Hi everyone and welcome back to Rachel's Enchanting Cakes. For today's content, I'm going to be showing you in detail how to pipe these 3 festive cupcakes using just 4 different piping nozzles. Starting with this stunning cupcake wreath. This one just uses one simple piping tip. I then just added some edible pearls. If you have a mould, you can add a bow, and finally the snow. This stunning one is made using just 2 piping nozzles. It has a shimmer to it just to give it that extra Christmassy feel, and a small amount of mistletoe. And finally, the final cupcake, we are using 3 nozzles for this in total, but you will only need 4 of the nozzles mentioned. Happy baking everyone, and let's make a start. I will leave a link to the buttercream recipe in the description below this video. Start by colouring some of your buttercream pink. I am using the gel colour by Sweet Stamp Pink for this particular shade. Taking a freshly baked cupcake, I then simply add a layer of buttercream. This does 2 things. First of all, it covers up the actual cupcake. I don't want any of that light brown showing through. I want the base to be pink. But it will also help protect your cupcake from the air, which in turn helps prevent it from drying. The first nozzle we are using is the Wilton 4B, and it looks just like this. For the shade of green used in this content, I am using the Leaf Green by Wilton. If you are new to piping with buttercream, this is how to fill a piping bag. Start by cutting off the end of a disposable bag. All you do now is simply feed the nozzle through, and if you need to cut any extra off the end, do so. Tip: if you then place the piping bag in a tall glass and wrap it around the rim of the glass, it's much easier to fill. Simply add the buttercream directly to the piping bag, but make sure it's no more than half full so that you have full control. Before we pipe, if you have any edible luster dust, especially if it's in the form of a pump like I do here, I simply add a small layer. It just gives it that extra festive feel and Christmassy touch. So, starting with the wreath, simply squeeze your piping bag, and when you stop squeezing, just pull away, and it will leave behind this stunning but simple effect. You want to go around the outside of the cupcake. Do not worry about any gaps. We are going to fill those in just a moment using the same piping nozzle. This is what I'm referring to about filling in the gaps. Overall, a very simple cupcake to pipe, excellent for a beginner, and this is what you are left with. Now, the bow's not essential, but obviously it does add a nice finishing touch. So if you have a mould, just add a small amount of icing sugar first and then tip out some of the excess. Taking a deep pink fondant, I'm not using modelling paste, as this mould is actually quite deep. You just then want to push it in and make sure it fills all of those gaps before releasing it from the mould, and it will leave you with a stunning bow, really simple to achieve, and you can make lots of them in advance. Whilst my buttercream is still soft, I then carefully add the bow to the base. It really is as simple as that, and all we need to do now is add some silver pearls. If you'd rather not add edible pearls, you could always pipe on the equivalent using a round tip. This will just help finish it off. I use some tweezers just to make sure that I don't accidentally drop them in the wrong place. You do want your buttercream to be slightly soft just so that you can push them on, but how stunning and beautiful does that look? For our next cupcake, you will need piping tip number 30, and it looks just like this. Using the same colour pink, and just like I did with the previous cupcake, but this time nozzle number 30. you want to gently squeeze the piping bag. Now try to keep the squeezing consistent. You want to do a left to right motion. Now this is a little bit more difficult for me because I'm doing it on camera. I'm having to turn it at the same time, make sure it's all in focus. Keep that squeezing consistent, and then when you get to the end, stop squeezing and just gently pull the piping nozzle away. But how stunning and simple is that beautiful border effect. We now need the Wilton 2D piping tip, and that looks just like this. I want this part of the cupcake to be slightly darker, so I've coloured some buttercream with the Raspberry Pro Gel by Rainbow Dust. Starting off in the centre of the cupcake, now I have slowed this down so you get a better idea on what to do. You want to go around in a circular motion. Keep the pressure even. This is not about speed. And then when you get to the end of the rose, you just want to gently flick away. Some people say to tuck it underneath. However, because we're adding the mistletoe, it really doesn't matter. And remember, these cupcakes are specifically designed for a beginner who may not have done this before. I then add the same luster dust that we did on the base of the cupcake for the one with the wreath, but this time I want it all over. I'm now going to show you what I used for the mistletoe, and then we can move on to our final cupcake. But how Christmassy and beautiful does that look? I just used one of these basic cutters that I had in my collection. However, you can use any type of leaf cutter or even a mould. I then apply this directly to the cupcake, and now I'm going to show you how to pipe the final one. So, starting with the 4B, gently squeeze the piping bag, move to the outer edge of the cupcake, and then just come back in before releasing. When I say releasing, no more pressure on the bag, and it will leave you with this beautiful effect. You want to repeat this 2 more times, so I did it there on the right and here again on the left. Moving on to the Wilton 2D, just like we did with the previous cupcake, start directly in the centre and then go around in a circular motion. The only difference with this is you want it to be a lot smaller, as you need a space on the outside where we can add the ruffle effect next. I then add a small sprinkling of the luster dust in the centre. It doesn't matter if a small amount goes on the green, just before we add the ruffles. But how beautiful and festive does that look? For the ruffles, I am using the Wilton piping tip number 103, and it looks just like a teardrop shape, just like you can see here. Making certain that the wide end of the tear shape is touching the cupcake, whilst the thinner end is pointing away, using a left to right motion and keeping the pressure on your piping bag consistent, simply go around that border. A little tip. If you refrigerate the cupcake, it will help prevent any accidental damage whilst actually doing this. So the rose is lovely and hard as the buttercream has set, and so has the green border that I have just on the outside. Finally, for the edible snow, you want some wafer paper. Simply rip this up and add it directly to a blender. Once you have blended this, you will end up with this realistic edible snow where the humidity does not affect it. All you need to do now is sprinkle this directly on top of your festive cupcakes. Super easy and excellent if you are a beginner baker. Remember, if you do need to store your cupcakes in the fridge for whatever reason, because we have used wafer paper, the humidity will not affect it like it would icing sugar. So don't worry about the wafer paper dissolving or disappearing. They will look exactly the same when you take them back out. Happy baking, everyone. I really do hope I've helped you all again today, and I'll be back soon with an awful lot more new, completely free content.